It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, Mzansi, welcome back. You Feel Good Breakfast Show, and what a show we've already had. We've still got a bit of time to get through some magic, and speaking of it, let's get through something right now, because tech is moving fast, yeah, especially in South Africa, and everything from subsea cables to WhatsApp scams. This week's stories are a mix of good news, red flags, and career gold mines. We're joined by our tech and gaming expert, Hinds, who's back to break down 4 of the biggest local stories shaking up our digital world. Bro, I love the Donkey Kong, but this is some serious stuff that we need to talk about now, man. And firstly, CCOM 2.0. Yeah, is this good news for us, bro?
So this is great news. We are getting more internet cables that are going to be helping us connect with the rest of the world. Do you remember, like in 2020, I think it was 2020, when CCOM broke? Sharks chewed through it.
Yes.
And I don't think many countries know what the names of their internet cables are leading to their country, but we do, because we care. We've got like 2. There's one on the west coast and the east coast. So CCOM 2 is coming, which is going to be very exciting. We're going to have a more higher interconnected system with the rest of the world. I'm not too sure what the timelines are, but it means that we're going to be connected with 2,000 terabytes per second and 15 countries. And it's going to span 25,000 kilometers of cable. We just have to hope there are no great white sharks. Maybe there's orca whales.
Yeah, I'd be more
They're
afraid
gonna
of
be a
those
problem,
guys, bro.
right?
They are too smart. They'll be plugging
They'll know.
in. They're going to get some new knowledge on the cable and then come back. Oh, I'm scared of this.
Yeah, they're going to want to eat us. They're like, all these people, they don't want to swim with us anymore. Like, they should get rid of the internet and they'll come. They're too smart, man.
They are, bro. They are. Listen, okay, so this is good stuff for South Africa, and not to get too excited, but I'm hoping this comes soon, because we all need some faster internet with the way the world is working right now. But let's move on to some more news, because I believe digital driving license were quite hyped. People were getting excited about it, but there might be a halt there.
Yeah, I think there's a indefinite halt at the moment, which is really upsetting. So just to clue people up, we were supposed to be getting digital driver's licenses relatively soon.
So cool.
But there's been mix-ups with the tenders, and that's been really disappointing. And that with the issues with the printer, everybody is familiar with the printer.
The printer's down.
We don't really have that. The problem is Arthur Goldstock is a friend of mine, and he's an analyst in this field. He's spoken at great length about the infrastructure does exist in other countries. We can adopt a lot of that, but those countries do have very robust digital services, and maybe we need to start thinking about making sure that our digital services across the board are robust, not necessarily having these ad hoc projects, right? We need Home Affairs to be more digital. We need, the traffic departments to become more digital before we can start addressing each of these things. So it sounds great in theory, but maybe we should start looking at the foundation of it all.
Yeah, and a proper overhaul from the ground up. All right, well, we're going to move on, because these are interesting stories. WhatsApp is hacking with voice notes. Now, I've heard these rumors going around.
Yeah.
What's happening here, bro?
So there's a lot of WhatsApp hacking. WhatsApp isn't doing the hacking. Other people are using WhatsApp.
the platform to hack you,
and they're doing it in a number of ways. The first way, and you might be aware of this scam, or might be aware, has anybody called you and no one's on the other side of the line?
Yeah, often, man.
Often, okay. Don't talk to those people. Don't mention it. There's something called biometric farming. And a lot of people are using that to farm your voice so that they can train models, AI models, to do deepfakes of your voice. And that biometric data they can use to access your bank accounts and so on. So they just need to plug in a whole bunch of other data. So in order to do this, you need like someone's address, their ID number. Those things are relatively easy to find in databases. But then to clone you, a phone version of you, especially because a lot of services that we are using are moving away from physical locations to telephonic or to digital, they have the leg up. They can basically emulate you on the phone. So there's a lot of that happening. They're taking WhatsApp voice notes. If people you don't know are asking for WhatsApp voice notes, don't give them a voice note, please, because you don't know who they are, and they can use that data to train basically make a digital version of you and make it say whatever they want to.
Yeah.
And that biometric data can be used to access bank accounts and etc.
Scary stuff, right? Well, we'll be paying attention to this and maybe asking more questions in the future. But lastly, with regards to future tech jobs in South Africa, I know you mentioned that briefly. It's something that we want to just discuss very shortly if we can. The last point with regards to these top tips here.
Look, I think it's very important. AI is coming for a lot of people's jobs, and we need to start proving preparing ourselves, job-proofing ourselves for the future. There's a great article, and maybe we should talk about this at great length in another episode, because there are jobs that are in high demand right now because of AI, and those we as South Africans can really plug up in those fields. So we're looking at people that are AI security experts, because digital security is needed to increase because there's something called AI hacking or vibe hacking, where you can hack businesses using AI and not know how to code. So now there's been an influx of hackers. So where is the army of people in the other side that are the AI? So
new jobs are required, and new opportunities are around there. And I think this is what this conversation is about, that we are entering a world that is fast changing, and we need to stay on top of things. So people like Hinds are great plugs, and great content being put out to stay on top of things, to warn you. But I think we're going to keep plugging in right now. From tech, we go back to the kitchen, because it's time for some more hacks. Lovely stuff, bro. Thank you.